0 to root. Wait a sec, guys. Mm, yeah, it started, guys. Let's see. We will go and start this machine too. And started. Let's see if we will go to our VPN. Uh, let's try that. Mm, let's see. Initialization sequence completed. Now let's open the tab. Kaido. That's only Kaido. Mm, I don't know if we need Kaido or not, but the Firefox will not work. Uh, 11 IP. Let's try to do this real quick. What does, wait a sec. I can't record it. Uh, Common Linux privilege escalation, a room exploiting common privilege escalation. This room will explore common Linux privilege escalation vulnerability and techniques, but in order to do that, we will need to do a few things first. Deploy machine adds this random expo. Understanding privilege escalation. What does privilege escalation mean? It's a core privilege escalation usually involves going from a lower permission to higher permission. More technically, it's exploitation of a vulnerability design flow or configuration oversight in an operation system or application to gain unauthorized access to resources that are usually restricted from the users. Why it is important? Rarely when doing CTF or real-world pen testing, you will able to gain a football initial access that affords you administrative access. Privilege escalation is crucial because it lets you gain system administrator level access, levels of access. This allows you to do many things, including reset password, bypass access control to compromise protected data, edit software configuration, enable persistence so you can access the system back again, change privilege of user, get the cheeky root flag, as well as any other administrator or super user commands that you desire. Let's check. Direct privilege escalation. Direction of privilege escalation. Root and root user to administrator is what vertical privilege escalation. User to user is horizontal. If user to user one has a one more privilege, it is vertical. It is like this, but if it has more privilege, it becomes vertical. There are two main privilege escalation. Horizontal privilege escalation. This is where you expand your reach over the compromised system by taking over different user who is on same privilege level as you. For instance, a normal user hijacking another normal user. Rather than evaluating the superuser, this allows you to inherit whoever file or access that user has. This can be used, for example, to gain access to another normal privileged user that happens to have a SUID file attached to their home directory or more, which can then be used to get super user access. Vertical privilege escalation. This is where you attempt to gain higher privileges access with an existing account that you have already compromised for local privilege escalation attacks. This might mean hijacking an attack with administrative privilege or it is talking about Linux. Linux is a simple bash script that performs common commands related to privilege escalation, saving time and allowing more effort to be put towards getting root. It's important to understand what command Linux executes so that you are able to manually enumerate basic vulnerability in a situation where you are unable to use Linux or others like script. In this room, we will explain what Linux is showing, what command to be used to replicate it. You can download it if you don't have it. This is how you basically use a Python server, and in your target use the wget. Other methods, copy pasting method, classic, and you can run it like that. Understand? Linux output is broken down in different sections. There are these are main sections that will be focused on. Kernel kernel information is shown here. There is most likely a kernel exploit available for this machine. Can we read write sensitive files? One is kernel information, kernel. Another one can be read write file sensitive file. These world writable files are shown below. There are files that any authenticated user can read and write, or by looking at the permission of these sensitive file can we can see where there is misconfiguration that allow user who shouldn't usually be able to do write a sensitive file. SUD SUID files. The output for SUID files shown here. There are few interesting items that we will definitely look into as a way to escalate privileges. SUID set owner user ID upon execution is a special type of file permission given to a file. It allows a file to run with the permission of whoever the owner is. It, if this is root, it runs with router permission. It can allow us to excavate privilege. Tab contents. The scheduled tabs are shown below. One is used to schedule commands at the specific time. The scheduled command or task are known as cron jobs. Related to this tab, which creates a tab file containing commands and instructions for the cron daemon. Let's see, let's do SSH user 3, right? Mm, what the hell? Yeah, we have it. Let's see. We'll open a new terminal. Hmm, what was the IP? I forgot. Let's paste the IP. Do I record a? Let's do it. We'll record it. Uh, we'll also use flame shot. Uh, last theory. Uh, yeah, we got the flame shot. Let's see. Now we will do SSH. User 3 at what the hell is that? Paste. Uh, Password was password. Let's see. Yeah, we are in. Uh, let's see. Let's solve some question. What is target? Mm, name polo box. Oh, it is here. Polo box. Polo. What? Box. What is the output of uh, Control C get finished. 8. How many available shells are on the system? Shells. I guess I need to run .c. I have mother. Uh, tab. Uh, Python 3. It is a less cd less. Where the hell it is? Cd. There it is. Let's transfer that. Uh, 3 and HTTP. So, not 8000. Let's see. To build it. 37 and 55 and put 8000. Uh, uh, paste. Ls. There it is. Paste. And plus x. Paste. It executable as it is. Now we will run it. Uh, mhm. What was the question again? How many shells are on the system? System. First one, there it is. Uh, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It is 4 shells. What is the name of the script that's set to run every? Let's see. Uh, Cron jobs. Let's see somewhere here. Here it is. The 5 minute. This one. Go script.sh. Copy. It has a walkthrough, so I am not going to write a walkthrough. What critical file add a permission change to allow some user to write it? We need to find read and write. Let's see where it is. Well, read, write, read, write, read, write, read, write. Read, write sensitive files. There are four, but this one has more permission. Let's see if this is the one. It is a shadow. Okay. Paste. There we have it. Well done. And finding exploiting SUID file. The first step in the next privilege escalation exploitation is to check for file with SUID GUID bitset. This means that the file or files can be run with the permission of the file's owner or group. In this case, as a super user, we can leverage this to get the shell with these privileges. What is SUID? As we all know, in Linux, everything is a file, including directories and device, which have permission to allow or restrict the operation, read or write, execute. So when you set permission for any file, you should be aware of the Linux user to whom you allow to restrict all three permissions. Take a look at the following demonstration to have maximum privilege. Look, read, write, execute. Read, write, execute. The maximum number of bits that can be used to set permission for each user is 7, which is a combination of 4, 2, and 1 execution. For example, if you set the permission using mode as 777, it would be look like this. Read, execution, read, write, execution. And here not, there is no read. There is, huh? Oh. Read, write, execution, read. There is no write in here. There is execution. And the last, there is read, but no execution. And there is no write and let's say finding. We already know that there is SUID capable of files on the system thanks to Linux scan. However, if we want to do this manually, we can find using this. Let's copy that. Uh, see, we are right under that. We have this. Let's see. Search. They are explaining this. The find command is that then is there search for all system. Uh, Search for the file with a specific permission. This u is equal to s any of the permission bit mode and set to for the file symbolic made are accepted in this form. Type F only searches for file. Surface error. What is the file in user 3 directory that sounds out to user 3 directory? That is this one. Copy. Hmm, Sorry about that. They are given that shell. We know that shell is a SUID bit file, therefore running it will run the script as a root user. Let's run it. Alright, let's run the file. Let's run that. I guess. Uh, uh, you can't find me. Welcome to Linux user. It's something like that. You done this. Congratulations. You should have a shell as root user. What the hell? I don't have a shell. Yo, yo. What did I miss? I was a user a minute ago. Now I am a root by doing this. To circ. Well, let's forget it. Exploiting writable etc password. Exploiting writable etc password. Continue with the enumeration of user. We found the user 7 is a member of root with git 0. We already know from Venom scan that it is was writable from user. So from this observation, we could conclude that the user 7 can edit the file. What does git 0 have to do with? Question from user, we found user 7 is a member of root group with a git 0. Hmm, what the hell? Uh, user 7. Where is that shows that git? I need to understand that. Is it in the frame find slash um, um, I just copy everything. Mm, uh-huh. Interesting. I'm missing something with a sec. Mm, well, it is so damn laggy, dude. Literally the root right now. Why I don't understand this git thing. Let's keep it for now. understand etc password. The well, it's for now. The etc password file store essential information which is acquired during login. In other words, it store user account information. The etc password is a plain text file. It contains a list of system accounts giving for each account some useful information like user ID, group ID, home directory, shell, and more. The etc password file should have general read permission as many command utilities use it to map user IDs to username. Uh, However, write access to the etc password must only limit for the super user root. It doesn't or user as erroneously used add to write allowed group. We have a vulnerability that can allow a creation of root user that we can access. Understanding ECT password format. ECT password file contains one entry per line. For each user account of the system, all fields are separated by columns symbol. A total of 7 fields as follows generally. As divided by, this is given as divided by column. This is a username. Uh, then this X is a password. The X character indicates that encrypted password is stored in etc shadow file. Please note that you need to use the password command to compute the hash of a password typed.cli or store update a hash password in etc shadow file. In this case, the password is stored as an X. Then there is a 0, that is user ID. Each user must assign a user ID. UID 0 is reserved for root and UIDs 1 to 99 are for further UID 100 are reserved by system for administrative or system accounts group. Oh, 0 is root. Alright, get 0, that's why it is important. Now I need to. Then there is group ID. Get this one. Second one, not the first one. Primarily group ID stored in etc group file. Then there is user info. The command field it allows you to add extra information about the user such as user's full name, phone number, etc. Then there is home directory. The absolute path to the discovery which when they log in. Uh, if the directory does not exist, the user becomes slash. Command and shell. The absolute path to command bash. Typically, this is shell. Please note that it does not have to be shell. How to exploit writable? It's simple, really. If we have a writable etc password file, we can write a new line entry according to the above formula and create new user. User add password as to our choice and set UID and git and shell to root, allowing us to log in as. First, let's exit out from our previous task by typing exit, then use su to swap the user 7. Uh, let's exit out. Wait a sec, but I still don't understand how we get this shell by just typing SH. Boom, we are root. Maybe that was running in the root. They told us, but that's a miracle happened. Let's see what was. We need to go to user 7. USER 7, right? The password PASSWO plus who am I? Oh, user 7. Sorry about that. Mm, check. Having read information about what direction privilege escalation is this attack. Oh, we cannot write horizontal because it has git 0, that is root, right? We understand in that this is vertical. Before we add our new user, we first need to create a complement password hash to add. To do this by using the command open control C. What is the new hash created by using this command salt new password? Let's see what it gives. Paste. Uh, New 1, 2, 3. We get this. Let's copy that. Paste. Great. Now we need to take this value and create a new root user account that we. What would the initial entry look like for root user with the username new and the password hash? Uh, it would be like mm, new, and there we have a password hash, and then it is root, and it is kid user ID and kid, and then there will be, you can see, right, root. What does that mean? What was this told us here? Username, password, user ID, kid. Ah, there will be this one, user ID info. If anything is there, so that would be root. Mm, root, and when we enter the absolute file slash root, and then there is a shell bin bash. Yeah, great. Now you got everything you need. Just add the entry to the end of the. Oh, we need this to enter. All right. Let's enter that. Nano, etc. Share no password. PASSWD. Uh, Need to go here and paste it. Yeah, we done it. Uh, Now use so to log in as new account and then enter the password. If you done everything correctly, you should be greeted as root prompt. All right, let's see. So new password we put 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we are super use. My yeah, root. Good. Uh, Escaping via editor. Surayal, these exploits come down to how effective our user account enumeration has been. Every time you have access to an account during CTF scenario, you should use sudo l to list what commands you are able to use as a super user on the account. on that account. Sometimes like this, you will find you are able to run certain command as a root user without the root password. This can enable you to escalate privilege escalation. Escaping VI. Running this command on user 8 account shows us that this user can run VI with root privileges. This allows user to escape win in order to escape privilege escalation and get shell as root user. Its configuration, binaries, and GTFO wins. If you are misconfigured a binary during your enumeration, or when you check the binaries user account, you have access to access. A good place to look to exploit them is uh, the bypass local security restriction. It provides really useful breakdown on how exploits misconfigured. We have that already. First, let's exit out from the root from previous task by using exit and sudo swap to user 8. Let's see, exit. And we need to go to user 8, right? User 8. Password will be password. It did not work. I missed the password. So, user 8. PASS.org. And there we have it. Now let's see. This I need to use sudo. Well, what does it do? Matching default entries for user on purpose. This user may run the following command on the pro blocks. No password. User. We can run this no password WD. Password root. So all we need to do is open VI by typing sudo VI into the terminal. Now type wait a sec. I did not understand that. Let's try that. Sudo VI. We opened VI. Now I need to enter this shit. What is this? Now type. See. I guess I need to save it or something. Uh, out to I need to write that, alright. No file name. What am I supposed to do here, dude? So all you need to do is open VI as a root by typing sudo VI into the terminal. Now type this shit to open a shell. Ls. I messed up. I now I get it, guys. Now I get it. So we need to copy this. Where it is? SH. What the hell is this? How the hell am I supposed to use this, man? I understand. I never used this, guys. Nice. Now I just need to execute. Uh, that would be this one. Where the hell is that gone? Uh, so see. Paste. Now to run the command. I don't know if they are kidding or not. Let's E20 mark. I need to use something like
And I'm going to use name of how maximum prevent must be with the salt exit, the mini route, that as well. Onto those.
what the hell?
Now type colon exclamation point shell to open a shell. Who am I? Root.
Huh?
A. Now type colon exclamation point shell to open a shell. Who am I? Root.
What the hell? How did they edit it, man? I can't. Just let me escape from this sort of. But plan. Let's see. Hmm. Exclamation mark. Search. And we will go here. Oh, finally. Finally. What you have to need is, let's see, you need to write sudo vi. And when you enter, don't do the fault that I did. You should come to the end. USH. That's it. Enter. We will get sudo. That's it. That was hardest room I ever faced. Let's see. Exploiting the contact. Uh, what is count? Count even is a long-running process that executes commands at specific dates and time. You can use this schedule activities either on time event or a recurring task. You can create contact file containing commands and instruction for the con. Uh, how to view the con job as active? We can use the command get contact to view the jobs scheduled, and this is something you should always check manually. You get a chance, especially or similar script doesn't find. Control C. What the hell is this? can just do here. Uh, what the hell is that? So, 3, 10, 10, 6, 7, 1, 4, 8. This is IP, right? Hmm, why can't I write password correctly? So, yes, yeah, user for we are in user for. Now we need to do this contact. This we got this in 5 minutes. Minutes or what is DOM on the month of day of the month day of the week. User will run the us. What command should be run? For example, let's see. Now, how can we exploit this? We know from Linux scan that the file autoscript assets on the schedule scheduled every 5 minutes. It's owned by root, meaning that it will run with root privileges, despite the fact that we can write to this file. The task then is to create a command that will return a shell and paste it in the file. We can run again in 5 minutes and shell will be running as root. Let's do it. We did that. The host machine, let's create a payload. Let's see. Myself. Ah, I tab. P. Uh, create a payload using this command. So here it is that P. Uh, so we need app. I don't know. Let's just copy that. C and paste it. Uh, what 888. Need to remember that, and our localhost is 192.168.237, and finally double five. JavaScript someone command in mix reverse netcat. The say netcat reverse shell command, right? Will give us a payload. What directory is we've got the command. Let's see what it is. Locate. It is why locate, there it is. CD SOMA SER force test. What the hell? plus there we have it. Now what we should do, so when a user for Windows dot let's replace the content of the file with echo command. Right, echo, let's copy this, Control C, paste, and we need to delete this one, and we need to go just we need to paste this one, whole thing. Copy the section, paste, and enter. We pasted that. Now just we need to run, right? After copying the code into the script, I forgot the most important thing. So we need to run get vmp. What was the port? Right. Yes. Edit. Check. I did not make it run. Let's run that. Oh, we don't need to run that. We just need to wait. Just need to wait. I guess we will see that when that comes, right? 5 minutes is a long time. There is some reading to do. Let's read that. What is path? Path is an environment variable in Linux and Unix-like operating system which specifies directories that hold executable programs. When the user runs any command in the terminal, it searches for executable file with the help of path variable in response to commands executed by users. It's very simple to view path as a relevant user with the help of command echo path. How does it let us escalate privileges? Let's say we have SUID binary using running it. We can see that it's calling the system shell to do basic process like process with PS, unlike our PS SUID example. In this situation, we can't exploit it by supplying the argument for command injection. So what we can do is try and exploit this. We can rewrite the path variable to a location of our choosing. So when SQL binary calls the system shell to run an executable, it's run on that we return instead. As with any SUID file, we will run this command with the same privileges as the owner of SUID file. If this is root, using this method, we can run whatever command we like as root. Let's do it. Now we need to exit it, but I did not get the shell. Do I need to run it? Auto, right? AUTO.sh. Let's see. Let's keep it. If it not work, let's do that. We need to go to user file. Let's create a new tab. And we will do it. So user file. Let's see. I got in. Let's go to user's home directory and run the file script. What command do we think that it's executing? Let's see. Let's desktop or what was that? Photo home directory. Yeah, we have the script file. They want to run it, right? Let's run it. Uh, what the hell? You just repeated the ls command, right? Seriously. Now we know what command to imitate. Let's change the directory to temp. Delete. Sorry. cd. We are in temp directory. Uh, let us check is there. Nothing. Nine two 168 137. We'll wait a bit more. So now we are inside the temp. Let's create a imitation executable. The format what we want to do is whatever command we want to run, the name of the executable we are executing. What would the command look like to open a bash shell? Write a file with the name of the executable we are initiating. If we want the bash shell, we will go with like echo. Mm, we will go bin bash, bash, bash not shell, right? And ls. Bin bash, sorry about that. Bin bash, and why is there that space? Oh, check. No, yeah, I got a typo. Now, great, we made our imitation. We need to make it an executable. What command we do to executable? We need mod plus x, and we are going ls. Now we need to change the path variable. So it points to the directory we have our imitation ls stored. We do this using export path. A node will cause to open a bash prompt every time you use ls. If you use ls before you finish the exploit, use bin ls where the real ls executable is. Once you are finished, let's copy this. Control C. Uh, uh, I'm not getting a shell for some reason. We will see that for a minute. Let's do this first. Control C, paste, and we will do Control C, paste, and we will go with this export path to temp path. C, and we will paste it. Now we need to do is exit out of root, and once you are finished that file, you can exit out of the root and use. We need to exit. Cd, cd, colon A, usr, user 5, test stop, and we need to run a script. script, let's see. Where the hell is this script file? I think it is here itself, right? Yeah, we are root. Alas, we are root, guys. Further learning, there is never a magic answer in this huge area of Linux escalation. This is simply a few examples of basic things to watch out when trying to escalate privileges. The only way to get better at it to practice and build experience. Checklists are a good way to make sure you haven't missed anything during your inauguration stage. Also provide the resources to check out to do things if you forget exactly how to use. Here are the good checklists to apply to CTF or penetration tests to use cases. Although I encourage you make your own using cherry tree or whatever most application you prefer. This is the checklist. Thank you. Let's see. Hmm. But wait a second. Why did this did not work? Uh,
And we should see a shell as we go into home user 4. So to start a new listener, just do it here, append it to what script. Shell.
wait a sec. I did the same, right? Is it because of that one small mistakes? Yeah, I think it is. What I missed is here, as you can see, I just need a quotations. I completely messed up that. Still listening, right? That's It will send it in the 5 minutes. But we already completed the room, so we have more time. Registration. Checklist. Kernel and distribution release. System information. Host name. User information. Oh, there is a multiple checklist, I guess. Privileged access. Environment. Current path. Explain. Oh, we got it. Yeah, we are in, guys. Yeah, we are good. That's it for guys. We finally made it. And I guess that's it of this recording. Mm, Search for some. Don't need active. So this. Hey, थोड़ा सा तो. Let's see. Mm, And there was another is password attacks. Let's forget that. We will do it tomorrow. I am gonna come under this. So let's do it. Let's do it. Today we are gonna do these three. Tonight, uh, I'm gonna do namaz very quickly, guys. I am gonna come back. Let's start recording. Hello, guys. Today we are gonna go to web application pen testing, advanced server side attacks, insecure decentralization, deserialization. Get in-depth knowledge of deserialization process, how it poses a vulnerability in web page. This is decentralization. It is deserialization. It is a completely new thing for me. So first we will see the prerequisite is if we can jump in. Our website work, we know protocols and server, we know all the things. So we are gonna do this. Let's see. User-supplied input that consistently been a catalyst for vulnerability, posing persistent threat across numerous platforms and applications. Exploiting user input from SQL injection to cross-site scripting is a well-known challenge in securing web applications. Another less understood but equally dangerous vulnerability associated with the user input is insecure deserialization. Insecure deserialization exploit occurs when an application trusts serialized data enough to use it without validating its authenticity. This trust can lead to disclosure a disastrous outcome as attackers manipulate serialized objects to achieve remote code execution, escalate privileges, or launch denial of service attack. This type of vulnerability is prevalent in application that serializes and deserializes complex data structure across various programming environments such as Java, Net, and PHP, which often use serialization for remote procedure calls and session management and more. Uh, Learning objective. Throughout this room, you will gain a comprehensive understanding of the following key concepts: how the serialization and deserialization process work, potential risks to web application, exploitation techniques, mitigation measures. Learning prerequisites. Understand the following topic is recommended before starting this room. Connecting to the machine. So, some important concepts. Let's see. Before discussing insecure decentralization in detail, it's crucial to understand the basic concept through simple example. Serialization. Think of serialization like packing your school bag in the morning. You have books, notes, and lunchbox and a water bottle, which you need to organize into your bag. Serialization is just like taking different pieces of information like notes and putting them together to make them easy to store or send to a friend. Objects, a stream of bytes, this is nodes, database, and what is this? In programming, serialization is the process of transforming object state into a human readable or binary format or a mix of both that can be stored or transmitted and reconstructed as and when required. Reconstructed as and required. This capability is essential in application where data must be transferred between different parts of the system or across a network, such as in web-based application in PHP. This process is performed using serialized function. For example, let us say PHP node array will come serialized node array. नोट अरे को सीरियलाइज किया है नोट अरे में क्या आता है टाइटल ITHM note content will come converting note into stable format saving serialized note to a file. The following output shows the serialized string in note.txt file which include the details of node structure and content. It's stored in a way that can be easily saved or transmitted. Serialized note. Uh, to title is my THM note content. Welcome to THM. Decentralized, deserialized. Imagine you arrive at the school and you need everything to unpack packed this morning. Deserialize is like unpacking your school bag when you get to the class. You take out each item so you can use it throughout the day. As you unpack your bag to get your books and lunch, this deserialization takes the packed up data and turns it into something you can use. Deserialization is a process of converting the formatted data back into objects. It's crucial to retrieving data from files, database across network, storing it to its original state of for usage in application. Note, storage and RAM all comes together to make an object. The following our previous example, here's how you might deserialize a note in PHP. Using not unserialized was not converting the serialized back to the page. This course reads the serialized node from my file and converts it back into an array, effectively reconstructing the original node. Discussing serialization also necessitates a conversation about security. Like you wouldn't want someone tampering with your school bag. Insecure deserialization can lead to significant security vulnerability in software application. Attackers might alter serialized object to execute unauthorized action or steal data. Specific incident involving serialization vulnerability. There are multiple. Let's see. Let's discuss specific incidents where serialization vulnerability played a critical role for cybersecurity breaches or attacker, highlighting the importance of secure serialization practice. This example illustrates how attackers exploit serialization flaws to achieve remote code execution, data leakage, and more. Log4j vulnerability. Incident. The log4j vulnerability or a log4shell is a critical security flaw found in Apache log4j2 library, a widely used logging library in the Java application. The vulnerability allows remote attackers to execute arbitrary code on affected system by exploiting the library's insecure serialization functionality. If you want to learn more about this vulnerability, check out the solar. They have the room for that. In fact, the vulnerability function facilitate remote code execution, enabling attackers to execute arbitrary command on affected system. This allowed attackers to compromise crucial infrastructure, leading to unauthorized access to sensitive data, service, and potentially supply chain. So it's a free room. Reconnaissance page and map and discovery. I can save this for some time later. Like to try that, but now let's see. And then there is this. Due to all the same, in fact, the vulnerability was widely exploited to gain unauthorized access to the system, deploy ransomware or steal data. It affected all the versions of WebLogic server that had not not disabled, and the vulnerability service or patched the issue. Then there is Linux, a purpose automation server used in software development. Experienced to critical vulnerability involving Java deserialization. Attacker could send crafted serialization payload to Jenkins CLI, which when deserialized could allow arbitrary code execution. This allows attackers to execute commercial, potentially taking over the funky servers. When often spread across the software development environment, including secure code, build system with a potentially developed environment. What is the function used in PHP for serialization? It is serialization. Huh? Uh, what is the base score for the vulnerability? CVE 42. Let's see. Um, oh, it's in top. You can just do that itself. Uh, it is 9.8. What the hell is that? 9.8. 9.8. No? What does CVE? But suck. Mm, both as to CVS 3.1. I, so what we are gonna do is we will write that CVSS 2 7.5. What does this mean? CVSS. Disposing system a framework for rating the severity of software vulnerability version 2 was widely used from 2007 orders. Persuasion 3 is into oh, it's just a version different. So it is 7.5. Sorry about that. 7.5. Does serialization allow only saving a byte stream file? Does serialization allow only saving? Yeah, right. No? Yes. This not at all. Serialization is limited to saving objects into a byte stream file. It's a broader concept covering memory objects into a format that can be stored or transmitted later. Think of File storage, yes, you can serialize binary file. Network transmission object can be serialized into byte stream, iteration or 7 devices. Oh, it can do multiple things. Let's see. Serialization format. Wait a sec. Mm, yes. While different programming language, wait a sec. Mm, while different programming language may use varying keyword and functions for serialization, the underlying principle remains consistent. As we know, serialization is a process of converting an object stream into a format that can be easily stored or transmitted and then reconstructed later. Whether Java, Python, Net, or PHP, each language implements serialization to accommodate specific feature or security measure inherent to its environment. Unlike other common vulnerabilities that exploit the immediate processing of the user input, insecure decentralization problem involves a deeper interaction with the application's core logic, often manipulating the fundamental behavior of its component. Now let's explore how serialization is explicitly handled in different languages, exploring its functionality, syntax, and unique feature. Let's see. PHP serialization. In PHP, let's see. In PHP, serialization is accomplished using serialize. We have learned from before. This function converts a PHP objects or array into byte stream representing objects, data, and structure. Resulting byte stream can include various data types such as string, array, objects, making it unique. To illustrate this, let's consider a nodes application where user can save and retrieve their nodes. We will create a PHP class called nodes to represent each node and handle serialization and deserialization. Class node. Uh, Public nodes content. I didn't understand. In our node application, when user saves a node, we serialize the node class object using PHP serialize function. This converts the objects into a string representing that can be stored in the file or database. Let's take a look at the following code snippet that serialize the nodes class object. Store new nodes. Welcome to THM. Serialized node. Serialized node. Visit the link. Let's see. Copy. Uh, Paste. Copy and paste. Let's see what kind of website we get. Uh, Type your note here. Decentralized, centralized. Let's see. If you enter welcome THM, it will generate. Let's see. Well, we will copy from there. Welcome to THM. Welcome to it's all capital at all. Welcome to THL. Yeah, we got that. We got something like that. Let's decode the output. O5 nodes 1. This part indicates that the serialized data represent the object of class nodes, which has one property. Yes, 7. Content. This represents the property name content with the length of 7 characters. In serialized data, strings are represented with S followed by the length of the string, and the string is in double quotes integer represent I followed by the numeric value code. This 7. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's only welcome 7, and that's and S 14. This value content property with the length of 14 characters. Oh, this content is 7 letter. That is what it's showing, and it has 14 letters. Correct. Understand. Magic method. PHP provide magic method that play crucial roles in serialization process. A few of the important methods are mentioned below. Sleep. This method is called on object before serialization. It can clean up resource such as database connection and is expected to return an array of property name that should be serialized. Backup. This method is involved upon deserialization. It can re-establish any connection that the object might need to operate correctly. Serialize as PHP 7.4. This method enables you to customize the serialized data by returning the array representing representing the object serialized form. Unserialize. This counterpart to serialize allows for customing and restoration of object from serialized data. Now there is in Python. Let's see. Python uses a module called pickle to serialize and deserialize object. This module converts Python objects into a byte stream and vice versa, enabling it to be saved to a file or transmitted over a network. Pickling is a powerful tool for Python developers because it handles almost all types of Python objects without needing any manual handling of the object state. We will follow the same node application in the Python as PHP. Here is a code snippet for app.py class. Import pickle, import base64, serialized data request from serialized data. Nodes object is equal to pickle nodes message. Let's see. If request method post, if pickle in request form, content is equal to request form node content, doesn't node content. Node object add node content. Pickle content is equal to pickle dump node object. Serialized data is encoded pickle content. Binary data message. Pickling process. Creating a node class. This class manages the list of nodes. It provides a method to add a node and retrieve all nodes, making it easy to manage the application state. Serialization quickly. When a user submits a node, the node class instance, including all nodes in serialize using pickle dumps. This function transforms the Python object into a binary format that Python can later turn back into an object, displaying the serialized data base64 encoding. Why use base64? Serialized data is a binary and not safe for display in all environment. Binary data can contain bytes that may interfere with the communication protocols like HTTP. Base64 is encoding schema that converts binary data into plain text. It uses only readable characters, making it safe for transmission over channels that do not support binary data. Encoding process. All serializing the node object, the binary data is encoded into base64 string using base64 encode. This string is safe to display in the HTML and easily stored or transmitted. Decentralization unpacking. Base, base 64 decoding. When unpacking the base 64 string, the first decode back into the binary format using base decode. Unpacking the binary data then passed to pickle load, which reconstruct the ordinary Python or reconstruct original Python objects to binary stream. Visit again and copy. Mm, paste. Bye. Why are you so shy? Sundari. Uh, welcome to the channel. Well, alright, I understand now. Let's see. Pickling when a string is converted into a binary format that not human readable. This binary format contains information about the data type, the data itself, and other necessary metadata to reconstruct the object. Base 64 encoding. The binary form of the pickle data is then encoded into base 64 string, which might look something like blah blah blah. Uh, in In exploring serialization formats, we discussed how this critical functionality is implemented in PHP or Python. PHP utilizes serialized and unserialized function to manage the conversation of objects and other data types. It's 2 to 2 format can that can be easily reconstructed. Similarly, Python enjoys the pickle module to serialize the objects into a bytestream and decentralize them back to their original state. Beyond these two languages, serialization is common feature across various programming environments, each with unique implementation and libraries. In Java, object serialization is facilitated through a serializable interface, allowing objects to convert into bytestream and vice versa, which is essential for network communication and data persistence for .NET. Serialization has evolved significantly over the year. Initially, binary formatter was commonly used for binary serialization. However, its use is now discouraged due to security concerns. Modern net applications typically use system text JSON for JSON serialization or a system XML serialization for XML tasks, reflecting a shift towards safer, more standardized data interchange format. Ruby often simplicity with the Marshall module, which is renowned for serializing and deserializing objects and more human readable format. It often utilizes YAML. Uh, each language approach to serialization reflects its user's context, and security consideration, highlighting the importance of understanding and properly implementing serialization to ensure the integrity and security of the data across the web application. What is the basic border between string for you got it? Python. Let's see. Sundari. You got it, right? She's the same. Uh, what is the output after serializing the string? You got it in PHP. Let's see. In PHP, it is what the? Sorry about that. Uh, uh, paste. What is the node binary serialization module for Ruby? For the Ruby, this is in the last, right? Somewhere here. Marshall. It was highlighted and it took me time. Now see, identification. After a thorough understanding of serialization across different programming languages, we will now transition into a critical aspects of cybersecurity, exploiting and mitigating vulnerabilities related to serialization. Before we discuss the specifics of exploitation technique, it is crucial to understand how to identify these vulnerabilities in application, whether you have access to the code, white box testing or not, black box testing. Access the source code. When access to the source code is available, identifying serialization vulnerability can be more straightforward but requires keen understanding of what. For, for example, through code review, we can examine the source code for use serialization functions such as serialize, unserialize, pickle loads, and others. We must pay special attention to any points where user supplied input might pass directly to these functions. No access to source code. When auditing an application without access to its source code, the challenge lies in this deciding how it processes data based on solely external observation and interaction. This is commonly referred as black box testing. Here we focus on detecting patterns in server responses and cookies that might indicate the eternal observation and interaction. This is commonly referred as black box testing. Here we focus on detecting patterns in server response and cookies that might indicate the use of serialization and potential vulnerability. As a pen tester, adding the tilde at the end of the PHP file name is common technique attacker use to try to access backup or temporary file created by a test editor or version control system. When a file is edited or saved, some text editors or version control system may make a backup copy of the original file. We focus on detecting patterns in the server. As a pentester, appending the tilde at the end of the PHP file name is common technique attackers use to access backup or temporary files created by the text editor or version control system. Let's see, analyzing server response. Error messages. A certain error message can indirectly indicate issue with the serialization. For instance, PHP might throw error or warning that contain phrase like unserialized or object deserialization error, which is which are giveaways of underlying serialization process and potential points of vulnerability. Inconsistencies in application behavior. Unexpected behavior in response to manipulate input. Example, modified cookies or post data can suggest issue with how data is serialized and added. Observing how the application handles after the serialization data can provide clues about potentially vulnerable code. Examining cookies. Cookies are often used to store serialized data in web application. By examining the contents of cookie R, one can usually interfere. Base encoded base encoded value in cookie PHP and .NET. If cookies contain data that looks base64, decoding it might reveal serialized object or data structure. PHP often uses serialization for session management and storing session variables in serialized form. ASP.NET ViewState. A net application might use serialization in ViewState sent to the client browser named ViewState, which is base64 encoded, can sometimes be seen decoding and examining it can reveal whether it contains serialized data that can be exploited. In this task, we learn how to identify vulnerabilities. In the upcoming task, we will examine various techniques for bug. Let's see, it is this. Control C. Identify users. Let's see. Sundari, Sundari. Zavakari, hai. Zavakara. What was the question? Visit the URL and identify what is the user-defined function used for serialization. User-defined function. Uh, this is just that. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I did it, guys. Class test. Public name. Public. Allow THM serialization. It's done serialized. Yeah, it is this one. Allow THM serialization. Copy. I am a fucking genius. I literally never knew that we can do this thing. The tilt. It, I learn every day something new, guys. That's a nice thing. Uh, let's see now. Exploiting. Updating properties of an object. In this task, we will explore a practical example in PHP using a simple node sharing application as our case study. Our node sharing application allows user to create, save, and share nodes easily. User can import their nodes into the application, which are then saved for future reference. Additionally, user can share their nodes with others, facilitating collaboration and information exchange. The application also includes subscription-based features, ensuring only subscribed user can access certain functionalities such as note sharing. You can access the website by visiting the link. Ah, see, yes, sir, we got that. Now, what is the flag value after sharing the note with a valid subscription? I don't know. Let's do it. Define the nodes class. The application has a node class representing node in our application. This class has three private properties. User role is subscribe. User role is subscribe. We also have two setter and getter methods to manipulate a subscribe. Storing user data in cookies. When user visits our application the first time, it sets a serialized cookie containing user data. This includes their name, role, and subscription status. If the user is paid member, his subscriber is true. They are allowed to share notes, exploiting the vulnerability. Uh, in this step, we will illustrate how an attacker can exploit the vulnerability by modifying the serialized cookie value to gain unauthorized access to share nodes. Serialized cookie. After declaring the base 64 cookie value, we obtain the following serialized representation of nodes object. User guest role guest is subscribed. As we already know in PHP serialization, the class name is prefixed to the property name in case it is not public to ensure unique and help with decentralization. This part is how PHP handles object serialization and decentralization internally. When an object is serialized, the PHP stores the object properties and class name. This ensures that when the object is later decentralized, PHP knows which class to instantiate and how to assign the serialized data to object's property correctly. Let's break down the serialized node into its component. This represents object 0 with the class name node, which has three properties. This indicates a string with the length of 4, representing the property of user with the value guessed. Similar to the previous one, it represents the property role with the value of guess. This represents a Boolean B property named is subscribed with the value of 0. Exploiting vulnerability. In the current scenario, when the user like to try to share the nodes, they get the following pop-up. Let's see. Now that now what is happening on the backend? The PHP code is validates the incoming cookies, decentralize it, then validates whether the user subscribed. Our main task is to bypass that. Suppose an attacker interrupt the serialized cookie value and modified its subscribed property to 0 to 2 from false 0 to 1. The attacker can manipulate the subscription status without legitimately authorizing by changing the boolean value of the serialized data. From modifying, attacker would encode the serialized data again and replace the original cookie with the modified value. This would grant them authorized access to share nodes. What is the default role value once the user loads the node application? Default. Yes, right. What now? See, let's see. Let me. Because I cannot find it. That is normal, guys. Uh, Hello, guys. Share, share. Hmm. It is not Python. It is this. Paste, deserialize the node. You got it. Huh? Why is it showing like that? But for some reason, wait a sec. We will go to Kaido. Interception on. Share. We'll copy that. Uh, it's the same one. Oh, wait a sec, I forgot. I am in Kaido too. For some reason, I cannot do it. Let's see. Uh, you, where file is that? Like guys, let's see. You are in Kaido. So this, why it is the same thing? See, and we will go here, paste, and we will go. I'm missing something important. What I'm missing? Serialized. Okay. Is that so? I found it, guys. Finally. After a few struggles, I finally found it. Uh, let's do desert. We will share it here. Go there and copy. And we will go to uh, cyber Copy. Now let's go. Several window 18. Paste. And it will be will that work? Can that work? See. Let's go to Pyro. Uh, 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 and paste. Cannot paste it here. Is that the correct one? Uh, 03. Choose the correct one. See forward, going off, and this one, right? Yeah, the flag is good. Control C. Let's see. That's a bit hard, but after here and there, we did it. Let's see. The 8 minutes. Exploitation object injection. Object injection is a vulnerability that arises from insecure data deserialization in web application. It occurs when untrusted data is deserialized into an object, allowing attackers to manipulate the serialized data to execute arbitrary code, leading to serious security risk. In this task, we will explore how object injection works and demonstrate its impact through a simple PHP code snippet. As we know, the vulnerability arises from the process of serialization and deserialization, which allows PHP objects to be converted into a storable format. Serialization and reconstructed back into objects. Deserialization. While serialization and deserialization are useful for data storage and transmission, they can also introduce security risks if not properly implemented. To exploit a PHP object injection vulnerability, the application should include a class featuring a PHP magic method like wake-up or sleep that can be exploited to malicious purpose. All class involved in the attack should be declared before calling decentralized method unless object autoloading is supported. Example, let's consider index.php code snippet that shows serialization and deserialization using serialize and unserialized function. The code accepts get parameter, decode or encode the context and the user provides. Here is the unserialized. Here it is. Here it's serialized and here it's unserialized. For example, if we send hello THM in this Serialized data viewer allocation ting. Let's see. We see that the code includes a file called test.php. From the source code view, review and considering whether the framework is open source, the Pentester knows that test.php contains a class called malicious user data as shown below. The PHP class malicious user data public get in the above code through insect deserialization. It's possible to manipulate the property of object including alerting the command properly to malicious user data. Class in the above code. This can be achieved by crafting a specifically crafted serialization string that can contain the desired property values. For instance, if you want to modify the command properly to execute a different command or connect to a different server, we can serialize an object with the desired property value and then inject it to a serialized function. This way, upon deserialization, manipulated property value is loaded to object. It is important to understand that during insecure deserialization, you can't directly update the definition of wake-up method itself. The wake-up method is a part of class definition and remains static during the decentralization process. However, you can do is modify the behavior or the properties of the object within the wake-up method. This means that while the method definition remains constant, its action upon decentralization can be manipulated to achieve different outcomes. Now that we understand the basic, it's time to prepare a payload. Preparing a payload. As discussed earlier, calling another class is a normal feature in PHP. Now you can view the code of that file if the target website is using open source code. This code in modern index PHP blindly unserialize the input without performing any sanitization. What is the option here? What if we modify the class malicious user data and modify its command attributes such as when the wake function is called, it will be called with the attacker's proof value. Let's create some PHP code on the attack box that generates malicious. In the above code, the wake function maliciously function of malicious user data. The class will execute reverse shell command using a netgag to connect to specific IP address. With the E flag to execute ping message as a shell. Once you create a file, execute it through PHP index PHP to the terminal. This will return a file executed through PHP index PHP to the terminal. This will return a page encoded serialized malicious generate page encoded string be like start with netcast signal. This is gonna be hard. View pesos. I might need some help here. Yeah, I have this payload. Let's see, let's get some help. See, let's get some help, guys. Uh, try hack. Hmm. Uh,
Munch Nuts Max.
the hell? Let's go a bit up so we do not get the copyright. I will cut it in the later. Uh,
I'm doing insecure. Where is it? Insecure disorder link. Let's go to it. C minus LVNP. Object our. So in the above code, through insecure deserialization, it's possible to manipulate the properties of an object, including altering our command. So we can say, create our own that, and then because this is just a template, it's not like a fix. So now if we prepare the payload, so basically we're using this php, this call this. So now because now we want to target that function, let's say uh, clear vmix exploit.php. So we have 4.4. Let's make our IP 10.10. My IP 125.167. Before we forget, let's open another window. What did I do? Let's go nc minus lvnp. One two six seven. So basically, remember we still have that PHP server. We can just PHP exploit. I don't need the. Guys, sorry, I was just confusing you. We don't need this. Why I did this? I don't need. I'm not hosting things. Sorry, we don't need these things. You can just run it straight. Sorry, I got confused with different rooms. This is if we need to run some PHP server. Sorry, we don't need these things for this room. I just got confused. So what exactly we supposed to do now?
just need to copy paste that.
Which where's the app?
Yeah, I understand now. Now let's see it. Now let's see. What the hell is that? Uh, we need to go to this site, Control C, and we will be here. We need to change this light seriously. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna open this cd try hack. nano sys. Let's see. I want to get a meaningful name. Like, what the hell is that? Ah, this one is good. Test PHP. Uh, TEST test. PHP. And we are gonna paste our payload. The TryHackme given us. C and paste it for 0 for X. And now we are gonna do PHP test.php. That will give us this very important thing. We will copy this, copy the selection, and we will go here. And we will go to inspect, we will go to storage. What happened? Oh, for some reason that's we are gonna take this down, delete, and we will paste ours. And that's it. We will refresh the page. We did not get anything. I don't know what I did, but it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Let's see. Before this, let's see nano tst test.php. See, it was embarrassing. Let's put our IP in there. That is my IP is 192.168.237. Finally, 55. 444, right? Control X. Now we are gonna do this. Now we are gonna do netcat LVNP. What was that? 444. Now we will copy this. Copy. And we will go there. Yes. Select it, delete it, and we will paste it. Now we will refresh the page and we will get it. Right? Uh, wait, it is not. Just let's do guide or stopping. I cannot stop anything. Let's stop the search itself. Oh, it is the one I just made it, right? Where it is? Where to? I just tried to do it directly, but it did not work. Let's send forward. Will you stop the queuing? And let's see. Did anything happen? Not getting NVNP connections. So guys, maybe I missed something.
Oh, the case 2. This app is under case 2. We still didn't do that testing. Before we do that, we done all this. Let's do case 2. If you do case 2, it'll tell you please provide either encode or decode. So if I do encode, no, not like that. Encode equal, for example, test. It will reply like that: serialized data base. So if I give it the base 64, the full one, and use decode, and it give me my test. So we're cool. So we can take ours now. We can just take the one that we created now. We don't need that server one. I confuse the both in different rooms. Remove that one, decode, and if you do that, it freezes and we get our shell. So it means what happened here when it include this one, the unserialized function, now but the malicious the class, and because we created somehow it goes and we get our reverse shell ID. What exactly the question we're supposed to get from this room? The flag. And
Those are guys. What is the up top for my want after getting shell? Top. Automation script. Automated script during pentesting is essential for efficiently identifying and exploiting vulnerability in web application. In this task, we will explore one such tool called PHP Gutch Chain that plays a crucial role in this process, automating the discovery of insecurity centralization vulnerabilities. PHP GGC again to also serialize in the Java ecosystem and security professionals access the security posture of PHP application and mitigate the potential risk. PHP Gadget Chain. PHP GGC is primarily a tool for generating gadget chains used in PHP object injection attacks, specifically tailored for exploiting vulnerabilities related to PHP object serialization and deserialization functionality. Gadget chains PHP's UGC provides a library of gadget chains of various PHP frameworks and libraries. These gadget chains are sequence of objects and methods designed to exploit specific vulnerability when PHP application unsafely unserialized user-provided data. Payload generation. The main purpose of PHP GCC is to facilitate the generation of serialized payload that can trigger these vulnerabilities. It helps security researchers and penetration testers create payload that demonstrate the impact of these insecure flaws. Payload customization. User can customize payload by specifying arguments for functions or method involved in the gadget chain, thereby tailoring the attack to achieve specific custom outcomes. We do not need it that it is so damn big. Let's see. You can download from the repository version already available on AttackBox. The installed version already contains a free gadget change sequence of PHP objects and method calls designed to exploit serialization vulnerabilities. These gadget chain leverage PHP magic methods to achieve various attack objectives such as remote code execution. To list all available gadget chain, you can use one option to options with PHP, which will name the version type of vector for launching a specific attack. Additionally, you can filter gadget chain based on their capabilities, such as those targeting the particular PHP frameworks or achieving specific exploit techniques using followed by a filter keyword. Triple level. This allows you to select the appropriate gadget chain for your exploitation scenario as shown below. PHP is, for example, the outcome cake ratio RCE1 cake PHP cake PHP code execution 1 means that the gadget chain named cake exploits the RC vulnerability. Cake PHP version is up to 396. This vulnerability allows attackers to execute arbitrary command on the server by leveraging destruct magic method. Exploit web application. As Pentesting, we are focused on the Laravel website to exploit a known vulnerability identified under CB. The vulnerability is triggered when the Laravel deserializes unpacks the untrusted data from the XSRF token. This serializer process can lead to executing arbitrary code on server if you enter this securely. The details regarding the vulnerability can be read from Laravel security list. But our main focus will be now how we can utilize PHP get chain during exploitation. The vulnerability mentioned above can be exploited using three main factors. First, requires API key from Laravel, which the framework uses to encrypt the sys. access RF token. Requires API key from Laravel, which uh, step 2 use PHP GCC to generate unserialized payload executing a command. This is considered a complex task and the tool comes to the rescue. Finally, we must encrypt the payload using API key and send the post request. This usually requires varies of framework to framework. In this task, our focus primarily is step 2 and understanding how assistance to Pentest tester visit the control C. Let's see. Uh, let's see. What was that thing we needed? Control C. Control V. Lower voltage jump. Let's see. Fantastic. We can identify the web application version through multiple variants. You can visit the information. Vulnerability scaling model to learn this just delta. Let's see. Map, right? Let's do an uh, uh, we post. The hell is that? Let's go to the IP. Let's see. We will give the IP here. And then it will give everything with it. Yes, if now we will go into detail step-by-step exploitation. For the first step, we will acquire API key through attack vector, such as social engineering. You can get API key by visiting switch. Wait a sec. We got the API key URL encoded, and there is a payload that has POMI. For the second step, we need to identify the payload we can use. Moving forward, We can generate a payload using various gadgets. Each gadget has a very coleslaw. Let's see what happened to my scan. We get the scan. Did not find. I did not get the series or whatever. Let's. Oh, I need to download that, right? I do not have that. What is that? Is it a file or something? Do I need a permission setup? Uh, uh, wait a sec. Sorry. Do I need to extract it? Let's go to here. Downloads. Uh, Did I just... It's just the one. I'm getting sleepy, dude. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, guys. Getting sleepy. That's it for today, guys. We did like